In this video, I wanted to give you a little more detail on the kitchen module that I made. So I'll give you some close-ups and some other thoughts on it. Let's get started. First of all, this is made so that it can't pull out when the bed's down. I wanted to make sure that this platform is always up, so that if you're cooking out here, you're not splattering on bedding or you have an additional fire risk. So this always has to come up out of the way. And then this can pull straight out, and the extension pulls straight out, and this side support for the spray head pulls out, and then the upright pops into place. So just looking at the materials, this little extension here, this is 1/4 inch thick Baltic birch plywood. It's got these 4 little pegs on the bottom that located into this frame, and the frame was really designed to handle this little pop-in sink, which kind of snaps into place there. And then the spray head, you can pull out of position here and just drop it into its mount there. So it looks like that. You turn it on, you can flip up the lever so it stays on. This piece that came out can drop into place on top of this back drawer. It's an additional work surface if you need it. The spray head here is just a common kitchen sink spray head, and I've got it attached to a shower sprayer hose. And this just drops down into a little tray I built down here with a little trough to catch and hold the spray head. The height of this drawer was really constrained by this lower level and the sleeping platform top. So the drawer itself is only 5.5 inches to the underside of this top, and I couldn't make it any taller. But when we come out, this back drawer drops down another 1.5 inches. Let's see, I got 7 inches for the total depth of the back drawer, because it has more space to slide into in back. You can kind of get a sense for that back here. The inside dimension, I've got 13.5 inches wide from the inside of the drawer sides, and that was designed to just fit this butane camp stove. And these sliders here kind of come right over the top, so this can't move. This is pretty well locked in place, and there's plenty of room up front for flat items. This rear drawer comes out by loosening these 2 knobs here. Just lifts right out, and so here you can get a better idea of some of the construction. So this type of joinery is referred to as finger joints or box joints, used on all the sides. It's fairly easy to do. I had a few little blowouts, so I had to use some wood filler. So you can see the mistakes don't bother me. I just go with the flow. Underneath is 1/4 inch plywood, and it rests into a dado groove, or just a groove all the way around. So it's free to float around. With seasonal changes, it won't bind up and crack. These extension features, like this shelf, it's pretty shallow. It's like 1.5 inches tall. It's got
grooves and cleats on both sides to control and limit the travel. And the faucet holder also has on the back side a similar feature to guide it. And then this upright is controlled simply by the shape of these features here. So it goes down and stops because that hits there, goes up and stops because it hits here. And that's about it. This cabinet comes out fairly easily. So the way to do that, give you an idea, is I take that out first, unscrew these screws, this comes out, this assembly here drops out by releasing that side, releasing this side, pop this out, and then this drawer support frame has got two screws, one is under here, and the other is here. And then this just lifts out. Another feature I added inside to take the extra weight of the kitchen module, you can see, if I come around like this, is I added this foot down at the bottom. It rests on the top of the carpet at the bottom, kind of pushes into the carpet so it's solid. And I have it latched into the back of this bed frame so that it can be removed later on. When I take everything out, it's just easier to store everything when this foot is not sticking out like that. So it comes out just with this one latch, like that. And then, like that. So this thing, I just made up with some, pieces of scrap wood and a toggle clamp I had laying around, a piece of angle iron or angle aluminum. So that's all that's left there. One of the real-life learning experiences that I had with this kitchen module was everything was designed here and worked beautifully here. Comes out and extends, and what could go wrong? We are in Ohio Pile State Park in Pennsylvania. Nice little campsite here. It's past peak camping season, so there's very few campers here. So we have just a quiet spot here. So let's see what we have in the back. We brought our bikes, and you can see how tight they are to the back of the van. Let's see. So with the hatch open, the kitchen I can pull out. And we can see two issues right away. It's sliding back in all on its own. We're parked on an incline, and I hadn't planned on how to keep it open on an incline. So my workaround is to bungee it outwards, and that's okay. The other issue I hadn't planned on was when it's all the way out, the extra pull-out shelf has no room. We're up against the bikes. So this pull-out shelf here has no room. You can see how much we have to play with normally. So that's a limitation when we've got the bikes in the rack in the back. Well, I hope the detail on the kitchen module was useful. If you've got any questions, leave them in the comments as usual. I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.